From reproductive algorithm to the blaze that was always the absolute, the desire you feel for another person's body is not yours. It belongs to a genetic lineage that is 3 billion years old, and it recruited you. The vomeronasal organ, or its functional remnants in the human nasal epithelium, detects major histocompatibility complex molecules, protein fragments that serve as a molecular identity card for immune system type. Claus Wedekind's 1995 sweaty t-shirt study demonstrated what the data has since supported. People consistently rate the scent of those with dissimilar MHC profiles as more sexually attractive. The immune system is doing mate selection. Your desire is a nose decision made by proteins, optimizing for genetic diversity and offspring you may have no intention of producing. The heat in the solar plexus when someone walks into a room, the dilation of the pupils, the involuntary orientation of attention, these are the somatic outputs of a reproductive algorithm running on biological hardware that was built to propagate a genome. You are the algorithm's vehicle. The feeling of wanting is the fuel gauge. Feel the constriction this produces in the chest, not shame, something more precise. The sense of being operated, the recognition that the intensity of sexual desire, its urgency, its capacity to override judgment, to compress the future into a single imperative of the present moment, is not a measure of how important this person is to you. It is a measure of how effectively the reproductive system has evaluated the genetic opportunity. Testosterone operates on the orbitofrontal cortex, the region involved in risk assessment and behavioral inhibition, by partially suppressing it. This is not incidental, this is the design. Heightened sexual arousal produces a measurable decrease in the brain's capacity to accurately assess risk, consequence, and long-term outcome. The research is consistent. People in states of sexual arousal make systematically worse decisions by almost any measure relevant to their actual well-being. The system that navigates your life toward flourishing is being overridden by a system that cares only about genetic propagation. Your long-term interest is not in the job description. Skin is the largest organ of the body, and its function in sexual signaling extends far beyond visual cues. The piloerection reflex, goosebumps, is an evolutionary remnant of fur that our ancestors used to appear larger and more threatening to rivals or predators. In human, this reflex has been co-opted by sexual and emotional arousal. The particular warmth of skin-to-skin contact activates C-tactile afferent nerve fibers, a separate class of touch receptors optimized for slow stroking contact, routing directly to the insular cortex and the orbitofrontal cortex, producing the specific subjective quality of warmth and belonging that the attachment system codes as safety. You are not choosing to feel safe. You are being physiologically induced into a state that the reproductive system requires for bonding. The warmth is real. The choice is narrower than it feels. Orgasm, in its neurological signature, involves a brief suppression of prefrontal activity and a sharp activation of the reward circuitry that is indistinguishable, in fMRI scanning, from the activation produced by heroin. The petite mort, the little death, is not a poetic exaggeration. There is a genuine measurable reduction in the sense of self, a brief dissolution of the ego boundary, a moment of expanded awareness in which the usual narrative architecture of the DMN goes quiet. This is not incidental. The Kala Tantra identified it deliberately, the dissolution of ahamkara in the intensity of union as a genuine aperture in the constructed self through which the ground state of consciousness briefly reveals itself. The Vijnanabhairava Tantra contains 112 dharanas, methods of recognition. Several involve the intensity of desire, joy, and sensation as the vehicle for Shiva recognition. Dharana 69, at the point of extreme desire, by recognizing the dissolution as the blazing awareness of the self, recognition. Not using desire as fuel for transcendence of desire. Recognizing that the blaze of desire is already the blaze of the absolute, experienced through the filter of biology. The heat in the solar plexus, that is the absolute playing at urgency. The craving, that is the absolute, playing at incompleteness. The specific ache of wanting what you do not yet have, that is the absolute generating the experience of lack, in order to know the experience of fulfillment. The game requires the gap. The desire requires the sense of distance. Not theoretical, somatic, in the body. Notice the quality of desire without going into story about it. The warmth in the lower abdomen. The specific luminosity that activates in the chest when someone you want is near. The quality of attention sharpening, becoming more present. The world going slightly more vivid at the edges. These are not corruptions of awareness. They are the absolute self-intensification through the vehicle of the body. The body is the most sophisticated instrument of experience the universe has produced. Desire is what happens when that instrument is fully activated, not malfunction, maximum activation. The Kama Sutra understood this from one direction. The Tantra Loka understands it from the other. Abhinavagupta does not instruct suppression or transcendence. He instructs recognition. The fire in the body is Shakti, real fire. The genuine creative energy of the Absolute moving through the biological instrument. The question is not whether it moves through you. It does. It always has. The question is whether you are identified as the vehicle or as the consciousness in which the vehicle and its fires appear. And when you identify as the consciousness, not by denying the fire, not by suppressing it, but by recognizing it, something extraordinary happens. The fire does not diminish. It becomes somehow more itself. Because what you were trying to get from another person, the dissolution of the separate self, the moment of being fully seen, the brief oceanic expansion of the la petite mort, that is what you already are. You were the ocean trying to become oceanic. The fire was trying to burn you into what you already were before the burning started. The pheromone cascade runs its calculation. The orbitofrontal cortex does its compromised math. The genome runs its ancient program through the autonomic nervous system. The skin activates its C-tactile afferents. The piloerection fires. The reward circuits engage. And through all of it, in all of it, as all of it, the awareness that was there before the first living cell divided and will be there when the last star exhausts its fuel. The fire burning in the fire, the heat knowing itself as heat. You are not the algorithm running on the vehicle. You are the awareness in which the algorithm runs, the space in which the heat is heat, in which wanting can want, in which the body can be fully, completely, irreducibly alive. Nothing in you is in deficit. The ache of desire arises in completeness. Burning, whole, already arrived.